All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Today is going to be we're learning something just a little bit new. If you remember, we've been working with arithmetic sequences, and some of y'all thought it was not so bad. Some of y'all thought it was Chinese, and if you thought it was Chinese, there's nothing wrong with that. The arithmetic and geometric would be something that if on the test, so we have a test on Friday. So on that test, if there's questions and you don't know what to do, they're questions that we would guess C on. And so I'm sorry, I'm just trying to finish taking attendance real quick. If you've been struggling with this, I don't want you to stress. Today, our main focus is going to be using this calculator. We want to make sure that you're good to go with the Desmos calculator, especially since, at least Anastasia has been using, and Devin, y'all have both been using the Inspire. We want to make sure that y'all are good with how to use the Desmos calculator. So that's a big focus of today, is actually just being able to use that calculator. So we are going to be looking at a different type of pattern today, where we have been talking about arithmetic, which is addition and subtraction patterns. Today, we're going to be talking about geometric, which deals with multiplication patterns. And so really quick, let me change the color on this. So this is what we've been talking about, is arithmetic. And we have been using this explicit formula right here. So this is the posters I have hanging up in my classroom that one of these days you'll get to look at again. And so if y'all remember last week, the a sub n is just y. It doesn't mean anything fancy or anything. And what we did last week was we replaced the a1 with the very first number, and then the d with the difference, what the pattern was going by, what it was adding by or subtracting by. And then of course this n would be just like x, and we would plug that into the Desmos. We did briefly talk about the recursive formula and how anytime you see this stupid nickname right here, it's kind of like seeing the nickname Mr. Tickles. It's just a stupid nickname. That the only thing that mattered what was at the end, okay? And you're going to see even today we got a recursive formula. It uses this exact same stupid nickname, and all we care about is what's at the end. So those are going to be kind of the same today. And the formula is pretty much worthless other than what's at the end. We're going to write a couple of these today, just like we did on Friday, but you're really not going to see how this is going to be used until tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow and Thursday, you start seeing this actually be used. So today, what we're going to be doing is talking about the explicit formula whenever the pattern is multiplying. So it still uses an a sub 1, which is the very first number in our pattern. But now, instead of using the difference, we use what's called the ratio, which is what is being multiplied or divided by. And so that will go in this parentheses right here. And then we're going to have the n minus 1. Now, notice there's no parentheses right here. We actually need there to be parentheses there. And so the Desmos won't let you do this without parentheses. And so we're actually going to put some parentheses right there today. All right. Now that you're thoroughly confused, let's go back and look at question 1. So this almost looks like the exact same worksheet that we did on Friday, except now instead of giving us a difference, they're giving us a ratio. And so we're going to start off writing the a sub n is equal to, in both formulas, it always starts with a1. So -4, parentheses, And then the ratio goes inside the parentheses. And then we have n minus 1. And because the Desmos has to have these parentheses, we're always going to put parentheses right here. All right, so this is the explicit formula for geometric. And I know this is geometric because it gives me an R here. Okay, if it would have given me a D, then it would have been arithmetic. All right, and we're going to go plug this in, and this is going to give me my pattern, which we're going to use to fill out this table, just like we did on Friday. So we're going to go to the Desmos. We will restart this. And A sub n, remember, is y equals, and then minus 4, parentheses, 6. If you don't know how to get parentheses on your keyboard, then you can always click down here and open up this keypad, and parentheses are right here. All right, and we need this so that we can make exponents now. So to make an exponent other than 2, this would make the exponent of 2, but I need to put x minus 1. Then I'm going to hit this AB button right here. So I'm going to click on that, and then parentheses. Now, if you don't put parentheses and you just put x minus 1, matter of fact, let me show you this. X minus 1. Notice that minus 1 is not an exponent, and I needed it to be an exponent. So the parentheses here are very, very important. If you don't put these parentheses, it won't let you put minus 1 inside or, you know, the minus 1 as an exponent. So the only way to keep this as an exponent here, I have to have these parentheses. If you look at the graph is, we've talked just very, very little about exponentials. So exponentials is the third type of function that we'll do this year. It kind of makes this weird, almost kind of L-looking graph. This would be an upside down L, but it always has this really flat part right here. So like I said, it's kind of a weird shaped graph. And we won't see it very much this year, but we see it every once in a while.
I don't know.
Now, we don't really care about the graph. What we care about is the table. So if you remember, we go hit the settings button. And then right here, we go to table. And I'm going to clear this here for a second. And we're going to type in 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this is my pattern. And notice how big that got. It got big quick because the pattern is not an addition pattern, it's a multiplying pattern. So it gets big really quick. All right, so we're going to go write this down. All right, so we got -4, -24, -144, -864, and -5,184. I think that's right. My third or fourth time today, I think I've got this memorized.
Yeah, where is it?
Do what?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Are you not seeing my screen?
Mine's clicking out. I don't understand why. But can you still see me?
I still see you. Guys, are y'all seeing my screen?
It might just be me. You know how mine's acting up.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
All right. So then we have to find this a sub 9. Now, if you remember the other day, we were doing, she's laughing at you. So the other day we were doing this and they were giving us numbers like 38 and we would go find the 38th term. And, you know, the numbers would be like 144 or 400 and something. I want y'all to look at how crazy this number is going to be when we just go to 9. So we're going to go back and we're going to type in 9. So we're going to type in 9. And the number is so big, it had to write it in scientific notation. And so the good news is on your test, they won't give you a number this big, I don't think. So this is going to be a negative 6.7 times 10 to the 6. Okay, so negative 6.7 times 10 to the 6. So that means that, I don't know if y'all remember scientific notation, but that means we would take this dot and we would move it 6 times. And of course, the first time I move it, the 7's there, but then every other time we would put a 0 afterwards. So this would have 5 zeros after, so it would be a huge number. And that's only doing the 9th term. So you can imagine if we did something like the 38th term, how crazy that number would be. All right, and then the recursive formula. So remember, we're only talking about the recursive formula because we want to make sure you know it's stupid and that it only serves one purpose. And that is when you see this dumb nickname right here, that we know at the end is R. And so R there would be 6. Now, the way you tell that it's R is it's multiplying. If it had +5 or -4, then it would be arithmetic. So it would be saying that our pattern was adding 5 or subtracting 4. But when you see times, then you know that this is geometric. And like I said, we'll actually see how this is used, how they use the recursive formula tomorrow and Thursday. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. So number 2, first off, we want to write our formula. So we're going to go A sub n equals A1. Doesn't matter which formula, arithmetic or geometric. We always start with the A1. And then because it's giving us R, this is geometric. So we're going to put parentheses 6. And then n minus 1 in parentheses as an exponent. All right, so what I need y'all to do is I need y'all to practice using the Desmos today. And so without leaving, so I don't want you to leave, I want you to hit escape on your keyboard, which is at the top left, and then go to the internet and pull up the Desmos. And then we want to make sure that you can type this in. And when we get done today, if you cannot do this with us, then, if you need me to help you just kind of one-on-one, then I got a way that I can help you. But if you can do it right now, that's the best thing. So I want you to hit escape, and you can always pull this back up by clicking on the blue icon down at the bottom. To see what we're doing. And I'm gonna get. So how do you get Desmos? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go pull.
No, like how do I get the little? How do I get like the little after the 6? You know, like the little points.
Oh, okay,
like
okay,
how you make it little.
Okay, so take a look right here at mine. So look back at my screen. That's exactly what I wanted to do here. Yes. Okay. Let me erase this real quick just so it's out of your way. Down at the bottom, we got this keypad thing right here. So you're going to click on that keypad and the A, B button. So what she's talking about, if you don't know, is we got y equals 4 parentheses 6. All right, so she's asking, how do we make this n minus 1 become an exponent? And you click this A-B button right here. And then make sure you put parentheses. And then put x minus 1. Close parentheses. Does that make sense? Okay, so once you get that, we don't care about the graph. We need the table. So you're going to click on the settings button and then click on convert to table. So it'll look like a table. And it'll give you 1 and 2. We need y'all to type in 3, 4, and 5.
Hey, so Chastity
Uh-huh.
sent an email that she couldn't get on. Hopefully her computer would work tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good.
So I wrote her back and just said, okay, thanks for letting us know. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
JoJo
All right,
took
so
her
if
place.
y'all are able to get all 5 of those, can you let me know or give me a thumbs up or something that I know that you've been able to go to the Desmos? And if you're not, that's fine. Let me know too. And then, like I said, when we get finished today, very good, Devin. Good.
Oh,
Good.
I moved.
And like I said, if I need to help you, then when we get done today, I will go through and I will help you get to the Desmos because, like I said, this is what we're going to be doing. And then I think they needed 20. So you're going to type in 20 right here. And it will give you a crazy wicked number right here. I'm just going to take 2.4 and then times 10 to the 15th. So 2.4 times 10 to the 15th. So right here, this would be 2.4 times 10 to the 15th. And that would be just a huge number. So you would move this decimal 15 times, and I couldn't even tell you what that number was. So just a crazy big number. And then we're going to do the recursive formula one more time. So we got A sub n is equal to, and then we got this stupid n minus 1, that stupid nickname. And the only thing that we care about is at the end. The pattern is multiplying by 6, so it would have times 6 right there. All right. So we're going to do one more question. Like I said, we're not planning on doing a whole lot today. Tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to be reviewing for the test. And we will do quite a few questions just because there's a lot of easy questions. And so there'll be a lot of questions that we're moving through kind of quickly tomorrow, just making sure that we prepare for that test. But today, we really want to make sure that y'all can use this Desmos. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clear this unless somebody starts yelling at me. All right.
I still think we need a thumbs down.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I actually think there used to be under participants. Okay, so do y'all have the ability to click on participants?
I mean, I do, and I'm just like everybody else.
Okay, so do you see a yes, no, go slower, go faster?
No, I have invite.
Oh, so yep, she just clicked yes. So if you're looking at participants, do you see where Anastasia just put a check mark?
Oh, I double clicked. Okay. Yeah.
And so here's where we could, if we wanted to, tell people to.
Oh,
So Anastasia raised her hand. You just put a thumbs down. So did
how do you, but
Anastasia.
see, we don't see that on the screen, and only you see it?
Oh, so, well, you got to click on participants.
No, I mean, my thumbs down didn't show up on my screen.
No, it won't show up on your screen. What they do is thumbs down is a reaction. So you got to look for things called reactions, I think.
Need coffee.
I got my thumbs down from the participants.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, go. That's under more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where the coffee came from.
So yeah, but you got to look, and unfortunately, that covers too much of my screen. So
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you couldn't keep it up.
no, yeah. All right, so we're going to do question 8. The reason that we're doing question 8 is question 7 multiplies by 6, and we've already done a lot of multiplying by 6 today, so we're going to do a different one. So when we take a look at 8, they give us the pattern. And you can tell this is definitely not an addition pattern because the numbers are getting way too big. So A1 is always the very first number, which would be 4. So we'll put, for A1, you're going to put 4. Now, for the pattern, if you can look at this and tell what it's multiplying by, that's great. If you can't, I don't know if y'all remember that when we were adding and subtracting, we would always take the second number and subtract the first. Well, on this one, we're going to divide. So we're going to take the second number and divide the first. So 16 divided by 4 would be 4. You could even take 64 and divide it by 16, and that would be 4 as well. So this is being multiplied by 4. So because we're going backwards, we would divide, but when we get that answer, that's the number that we're multiplying by. They're not going to have us come up with the table, so all we're going to do is come up with our formula and then go to table on Desmos and find 12. So, and we're not going to do recursive on this either. So we're going to do A sub n is equal to A1. And then because it's R, it's in parentheses, 4. And then n minus 1 as an exponent. So we want you guys to go back to Desmos and type this in and see if you can come up with 12. And if you can come up with it, then we're done for today. If you cannot come up with it, then we want to do some stuff to help y'all get the Desmos and make sure you know how to use it.
Check this out.
That's cool.
What time of day is it? What day is this? What class period is this?
This is 6. Yeah.
Is
So
it,
this would be,
is it 1.6?
she could probably share her screen.
10 to
Yeah.
She's done.
Do you want to share your screen, Anastasia? Just for fun?
I can.
All right, so here's what I'm going to
Sure.
do. All right, so wiggle your mouse and you'll see a green button that says share screen. And then I think it'll say desktop. So you're going to click on desktop and then share.
Here it comes.
There we go. Got the answer right there. That's what we need.
Very nice.
All right, so yeah, just 1.6 times 10 to the 7th.
Do they have to fill in the rest of the chart, 1 through 5?
No, this doesn't have a 1 through 5 on this
Okay.
one. All right. So Anastasia, you're good. So either Devin or Romello, do one of y'all have this? So yep, you're good. And like I said, tomorrow we'll prepare for the test. I want y'all to share y'all screen real quick. I want to see if y'all got this. This is fun. So dude, just tell me either Devin or Romello. So
My favorite one now.
yes. So do either of y'all have this?
No.
So Romello, you don't?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
So let's try to do this real quick then.
Did you just add them in?
Every
Yeah.
time I go to the Desmos thing, it like asks me for like something. And I don't know the password to it.
Go ahead and
Like,
share your
it's
screen.
like,
We can see it.
So yeah, so let's do this real quick. Romello, I want you to wiggle your mouse and hit that share screen button. And then
Green.
it'll say desktop, so you'll click on desktop and share.
There you go.
All right, so let's type
Is it right?
y equals.
Yeah, you're good. Y equals.
It's capitalizing it for some reason. Do you got your caps on? There you go. Y equals. And then 4 parentheses.
Hold on. Is that one?
Okay, so the easiest way probably for you to get parentheses is go down and click on that keypad down at the bottom left. See that keypad thing down at the bottom left? Down. There you go. So right below the X is parentheses. That one.
There you go.
And then put 4 inside the parentheses. So 4, close your parentheses. Okay. Now to get the exponent, you're going to hit that AB button right there. Yep.
Yep.
And then we need to put this in parentheses. So do a parentheses.
Doesn't matter which kind, what number.
Just like you did before.
Just like the open parentheses below the X. Right there. Yep. And then X minus 1.
It's capitalized. I don't think it'll matter.
Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, it looks like it's working. And then go ahead and just close your parentheses. There you go. Okay, so we don't want this graph. We want the table. So you're going to go to the settings. So go up to that settings thing to the right there. Yep. And then click on the table. Yep. And then if you go down to that bottom square that's blank, so go down, you can just click on it right there. Yep. No, up right below the 2. Go back and click on right next to the 2. Right there. Yes, right there. So you can now type in, what was it, 12 that we needed to type in?
I honestly don't remember.
I think it was. Yep. 1.6 times 10 to the 7. Does that make sense how we did that?
So, like the power, so like the 10, like the power of 10 is 70, right?
So it's not 70, but you're just going to write 1.6 and then put that times 10 to the 7th. You'll write it just like that.
All right, makes sense.
You just don't have to write out the 77722. So. All
Is
right.
it my turn?
How do I unshare my screen?
I did it. So Devin, can you share your screen real quick? So just click on the share screen. And then, very good. All right, that's what I needed to see right there.
Right.
Yep, that's it. All right, so